Good morning, everyone. Happy Tuesday, January 4th. Super exciting. 4 days into the new year. I hope everybody's having a really great new year so far. 2022 is bound to be very fun and exciting. So let's talk about what's going on today and how you can make the most of it. We are still taking care of business because of the new moon in Capricorn that we had on Sunday. Good morning, Sin. Nice to see you. So we don't want to, leave the new moon in Capricorn just one day. That's kind of, crazy. So you want to really feel the new moon vibes and really utilize them for up to 3 days. So I would say Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, today and tomorrow. You can still move forward with your new moon intentions, which should be really cool. Good morning, Fran. Nice to see you. Good morning, Grandma Nay. And you can check out your horoscopes for your new moon in Capricorn in the description below. It's a great new moon that we had because Uranus has aspected it. So with that, there's a favorable aspect to Uranus. So there's changes, but they're positive changes. So that's really good. Oh, it's your birthday, Lady V. Happy birthday. Oh, I think it will be. You'll have an Aquarius moon, this solar return. And what else is there? I don't think there are any really big aspects, but you're so close to the new moon in this solar return. So it's really a new beginning for you, Lady V. So happy birthday. Good morning, Mr. Aragon 131, 29 degrees and sunny in Riverside Park. It is cold here in LA. Well, cold. I shouldn't really say cold. What are we doing here in LA? Today, it is... Okay, so right now it's 50 degrees, not too shabby. The high will be 61 and the low will be 42 tonight. I'm not complaining. So keep warm. I know that areas of the East Coast were hit with the snowstorm last night. So I hope everybody's shoveling out and everything's great. So today, in addition to us being on the heels of our Capricorn new moon, the new moon now is in Aquarius. So Aquarius is a little bit of a freak, right? They're like from this other world. They're like the alien of the zodiac. But with that in mind, they're able to really come up with brilliant, innovative, out of this world solutions to problems. Good morning, M169. So you want to utilize this Aquarius moon to feel good and see what you might get. Just like allow yourself to get into a good space, and you might get these flashes of insight or like, oh, wow, that's a great idea. Now, keep in mind, Mercury is already in its shadow and Venus is already retrograde. So you may want to jot these ideas down and then determine at a later date whether or not they're if you should or you should not implement them. Additionally, it is a waxing moon, so of course we're drawing new things into our lives from the new moon in Capricorn that we had on Sunday. It's Mars's day. Every Tuesday is the day of the week ruled by the planet Mars. So it is a good get shit done day. And really, it's a great day to move ahead and really allow yourself to do anything that requires speed or action or guts or drive or courage. Feasible is the word I'm looking for. Nope, it wasn't. It was implementable was the word I was looking for. Implementable. It was on the tip of my tongue. But yeah, it's an Aquarius moon today. Aquarius words and phrases include intelligent, weird, rebellious, humanitarian, innovative, unpredictable, freedom, detached, friendly, and fun. So this is a great day to relax. The energy is a lot lighter than it was in Capricorn. Of course, we're still feeling those Capricorn new moon vibes. So yeah, think of what ideas you might have and see if they are implementable or, as Mr. Aragon 131 says, feasible. Yeah, because they might be. They might be brilliant or they might be horrendous. They might be terrible ideas. But, jot them down. You never know. So be aware of that. Also, Aquarius rules hopes, dreams, wishes, and ideals. And this Saturday is National Vision Board Day. So what I'm doing actually is a vision board workshop, but it's a special vision board. It incorporates stuff from Abraham Hicks, and it also includes astrology. So if you're interested in creating an astrological vision board, this Friday, January 7th at 9 p.m. Eastern, via my locals, I'm going to be doing a workshop to tell you how you can create an astrological vision board for your new year. This could be a really great game changer for you. The big thing with vision boards is looking forward and not looking in the past, and keeping your eyes on the prize, where it is that you want to go. An example is when you're driving, you're not looking at the floorboard, you're looking ahead, right? And that's what a vision board does when you have it present. And especially nowadays with everything being so digital, you can create a digital vision board, right? Like on your computer, and then you can print it out, or you can put it as a screensaver on your computer, or you can put it as a screensaver as a background on your phone, and you have it there. So this will be fun, and that is on Friday. And if you're looking to join this workshop, just join my locals. It's really cheap. It's like $5 a month or something really, really low like that. And we do parties and fun workshops like this. So keep that in mind for Friday. Additionally, happy birthday, Michael Stipe. It's Michael Stipe's birthday. You guys a fan of Michael Stipe from REM? I mean, he's a genius. He's a genius. Some of my favorite songs from him, I had a look today because I haven't listened to him in a while. I remember Losing My Religion was like the very first REM song probably that I remember hearing. Later on, Everybody Hurts, of course, Shiny Happy People. Well, I think the big one actually is It's the End of the World as We Know It. So many good ones. Man in the Moon, The One I Love, Night Swimming. Of course, What's the Frequency, Kenneth, which I believe harkens back to some kind of event. Something happened, and I think that they were like, it was a news broadcast, and I think may have been Houston, we have a problem, like that whole thing. I'll get back to you on that. But yeah, they did so many great songs, Strange Currencies, and he is born today. Today's his birthday. Oh yeah, that's right. Losing My Religion. Yeah, that song too. So yeah, I don't remember the name of the other band members either. You know, a lot of these frontmen, they sort of, you know, they're so powerful that the background singers or other people get lost. But this guy is a genius. He's a genius. And I wanted to look at his astrological chart because his birthday is today. So I got to tell you, the data on this is considered dirty data, or the time might not be correct. I think it might be correct just because it just makes sense to me. Yes, thank you. I knew you would know this, actually. I said to myself, Mr. Aragon 131 will know the history of What's the Frequency, Kenneth, and you do. Thank you. Den Rather was attacked, and his attackers kept screaming, What's the Frequency, Kenneth? He still isn't sure what that was about. Yeah, very good. Thank you so much. Yeah. I'm listening to REM today in celebration of Michael Stipe's birthday. So anyway, this chart, it may or may not be correct the time, but let's just assume it is because it makes sense. And it's not like it's at 12:26 a.m. So, I mean, it doesn't sound like it would be wrong, but anyway, the first thing that we notice is that Michael Stipe has a Libra rising. So that makes Venus the ruler of his chart. And then we look to see where Venus is. Venus is at 2 degrees Sagittarius in the second house, which pertains to self-worth and voice and self-expression, among other things. So with that Sagittarius Venus, he is able to really connect with what we all agree upon. Jupiter, the ruler of Sag, it's what we all can agree upon, like we spoke about yesterday. Most of us can agree that Betty White was amazing, right? So we can all agree upon that. We can all agree upon, you know, that we should love more, stuff like that. So he had that beautiful Venus on the ascendant, which is really, really great. And that 8-degree Venus, um, it's making a square, which is not wonderful. It's making a square to his Saturn and his Sun, because his Saturn and Sun are both in Capricorn at 9 and 12 degrees respectively. So that's a 9-degree angle. But as I always say, squares get shit done. So squares aren't easy. They speak of tension and a little bit of conflict. So, but when you have squares in your chart, it pushes you. But additionally, with that Libra rising, it gives a a harmonious vibe, a really great harmonious vibe. Additionally, he has a stellium in the third house over here, third house at Jupiter, Mars, and Mercury. And Mercury is on the galactic center, which means the way he communicates is tapped into the galaxy, the sun of our suns, the galactic center. We've noticed that a lot of people that do have a certain level of fame have a galactic aspect in their chart. But he has a stellium, which is 3 or more planets in Sagittarius in the third house. And this is really interesting because the third house rules it rules the writing and the thinking, right? So the third house is actually writing the song, whereas the ninth house, the opposite of the third house, is propagating the song and publishing the song or making it go all around the world. And that is ruled by Sagittarius. So we have a balance here of third house, ninth house, Gemini energy / Sagittarius energy. And it makes a lot of sense because he, I believe he wrote most of his songs. Additionally, with that third house, he has just a lot of energy that he's not only able to put down in paper and make practical, but he's also able to publish it because it's in Sagittarius. And of course, Uranus at 20 degrees Leo makes a wonderful trine to both his Jupiter and his Mars. Uranus in the 11th house, which pertains to love of the masses, connecting with everybody in the world, fame, notoriety, popularity. And obviously that fire really served him well. Interestingly enough, he also has a moon in Pisces, which is conjunct the South Node. So this is a double whammy, a very, very martyr-like energy with Pisces. So there may have been, in his past lives, this sense of martyrdom, or this sense of compassion. So he's coming from this very compassionate place. However, the North Node is in Virgo. So it's about being practical is his destiny in life, is about being practical and being of service. And in the 12th house, it's really in service to humanity. And he obviously has done that, which is pretty cool. Additionally, what else is really interesting here? Well, he's really Capricorn because not only is he born under the sign of Capricorn, but his sun is conjunct Saturn, which is ruled by Capricorn. He was definitely connected to imagination and world energy. I mean, it's a beautiful balance, right? Because you have the Libra rising, how he approaches things, which is Venetian. So, there's a certain beauty and ability to perceive beauty and create beauty with the Venus rising. But then he has Pisces, which is a higher octave of Venus. Pisces is otherworldly and imaginative. And then he has the Capricorn sun conjunct Saturn, which gets stuff done. You need that Capricorn energy. So it's beautiful to see how this played a part in his life. It's really interesting stuff. Yeah. I'm just seeing if there's anything else that is interesting. There are a few squares. Pluto squares his Venus. What else is there? Oh, well, that moon in Pisces, it also makes a little bit of a rough squares to his Mars as well as his Mercury. So that's interesting there. Yeah. So he has a lot going on. Jesus. Yes. If Jesus was a Capricorn, he would have sold the cross. Yep, I did say that. They say Jesus was a Pisces. So Michael could sell his imagination. I think so. I think so. I think that when we look at this chart, he not only is a Capricorn sun, but it's conjunct Saturn. Saturn is direct. So my guess is that he was brought up with a certain level of discipline, which I think, really accounts for success. I mean, as I think Stephen King said, talent is more common than table salt, but you have to actually execute. So he's great. There's some other things I wanted to mention. I don't know what they were in regard to this chart. Got that Uranian thing. Oh yeah, there's a beautiful sextile with his Saturn as well as Sun with Neptune in Scorpio. So Saturn and his Sun make a sextile with Neptune. So that allows that Capricorn energy to really tune into that otherworldliness. There's a nice flow there. And again, it's in the second house. So the first planet he actually has in his chart, according to this chart anyway, is Neptune. So he was confronted early on in his life, theoretically, with a certain level of like illusion or imagination or even disillusionment. And that really is what artists do. They bring you to another world, or they create another world and they invite you there. Happy day, Florida Husky. Nice to see you. I like your picture. So yeah, this is Michael Stipe's chart. Do yourself a favor, listen to his music today. Have a little bit of fun. While we're at it, folks, please like this video and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, because that would be swell. So let's talk about what's going on tomorrow. Tomorrow, again, we have another Aquarius Moon, like Jimmy Dean on the cover of a magazine. He was quite the Aquarius with, was it Scorpio Moon? I know Aries and Scorpio were in his chart. What was it again? I have to reflect. I know he had an Aries Moon or a Scorpio Moon. I know a lot of Mars. James Dean chart. Let's see. James Dean had... So Jimmy Dean... here. Oops. That's not helpful. Oh, here we go. Okay, yeah. So his moon was in Scorpio. And according to this chart, he has an Aries rising. That's like a double whammy of Mars energy, which is about impulsivity. And being in Aquarius, he's a rebel. Aquarians can be a rebel with a cause or a rebel without a cause. And with Aries, Aries just like to be combative, typically. To varying degrees. You have to look at the whole chart. But typically, Aries can be more often than not a rebel without a cause. Like they start shit for no reason whatsoever because they're not afraid of confrontation. And I also think that they need that kind of like energy. So that makes sense why James Dean got into a car crash, right? And took unnecessary risks. In any case, tomorrow we are still in the waxing moon phase, of course. So it's all about drawing new things into our lives. And it's Mercury's day. Remember, Mercury, the planet of communication, is already in its shadow. So you want to check and double check things for really the rest of January into February. You don't want to make any sudden moves just because when Mercury's retrograde, and right now it's in its shadow, we don't have all the information. And also Venus is retrograde too. So things are most likely going to go ahead for all of us in terms of our plans come February, March time. So just keep that in mind. Leave some extra room in your schedule on Wednesday. Excuse me, I have to plug in my computer. This keeps happening. So yeah, Moon will be in Aquarius for most of your day on Wednesday. It will enter Pisces in the evening at 7:16 p.m. EST. So during your day tomorrow, the Aquarius Moon is great for dreaming up ideals, social pursuits, creative projects, hanging with friends, and doing something unusual. Going out on a limb and having fun. And really, if you're, whether or not you're joining my vision board workshop, these next 2 days, today and tomorrow, Aquarius rules hopes, dreams, wishes, and ideals. It's the house of why not? why not can't I have what I want? So it's a matter of really allowing yourself to sort of fly in your imagination and to consider what the best case scenario is. Yes, Sin, exactly. We want to expect the unexpected under the Aquarius moon as well. So yeah, enjoy that. Tomorrow as well, Venus will sextile Neptune, which is a really sweet little aspect. Robin Roberts has this in her chart. We'll be looking a little bit of her chart yet tomorrow as well, just because she's really phenomenal. Her voice is so amazing. So I'm really curious. I'm really curious as to where that is in her chart. It actually could be Venus sextiling Neptune that makes her voice so great. And we'll talk about Robin because not only does she have this aspect in her chart, but she's also a Capricorn rising, which is apropos to what we're dealing with now. Oh, I'm glad the Law of Attraction workshop was helpful. We did that back in December on my locals. It's a lot of fun. But this aspect is tomorrow, and it's a really nice one. It's a little bit romantic, I gotta say. It will arouse our sensual, caring side, making it a good time for passion and romance. That could be nice, right? It's good for dating, as increased magnetism and allure may attract a caring person, possibly even a soulmate. Inspired creativity also makes it a great time tomorrow for dance, music, and other forms of creative expression. That could be a lot of fun. And our heightened intuition may help us gain valuable insights through dreams and visions. So these next 2 days, today and tomorrow, got to think, right? We have the Aquarius moon today and tomorrow, and then it goes into Pisces. So Aquarius is the mental, like, oh, wow, this is a great idea. And then with the Pisces energy, as well as this aspect, it's really tapping into this otherworldly stuff, your imagination. Writing, oh yeah, it's a very good time for writing. But you know what I would do? I would, because Mercury is retrograde and Venus is also, Mercury will be retrograde. It's in its shadow already, and Venus is retrograde. I would really consider, if you're writing, to revise stuff. So if you're a writer, chances are you have a million manuscripts that you just, started that are in a drawer, or that you are planning on revising. This is a really great time in terms of your writing to revise things, to go back, as opposed to starting something brand spanking new. However, if you want to start something new, a writing project, it's a good time to outline during this retrograde period until February 4th, and then implement it further into February and March. So keep that in mind. Tips to remember your dreams. Yes. So before you go to sleep, there's a lot of things that you really should say to yourself before you go to sleep. I think, for instance, as I sleep, I'm going to restore all my cells to perfect health. As I sleep, when I wake up, I'm going to feel as if I got double the amount of hours of sleep than I actually got. One thing that's really good too is I'm safely couched in the soul of my being. Therefore, I am secure and can experience all the dimensions of my reality. Because when you sleep, there's a lot of stuff that goes on. Sleeping is extremely important. And you actually have this ability, we all do, when we sleep, to go to these other worlds. So you can connect with your alternative selves. They say past lives, but all time is concurrent, or simultaneous. So you can actually connect with your alternative selves while you sleep. But you can also give yourself the suggestion, I will remember my dreams when I wake up. Or, you might want to keep a notebook by your bed and just jot something down if you wake up in the middle of the night and go back to sleep. So that's really good. You started writing again, Sin? That's awesome. Yeah. I was reading something. Somebody was like, was it 2,000 words a day? That's what this one book I was reading. They're like, try to do 2,000 words a day. That's ambitious. Why not? What did my dream about building a go-kart with Lady Gaga and the Dalai Lama mean? Beats the hell out of me. Well, I think that especially, in dreams, right? Just like in life, everybody is yourself. So you're Lady Gaga. Like when you saw Lady Gaga, it was an aspect of yourself. The Dalai Lama, an aspect of yourself. So It's about your interpretation of these different people. But really, as they say, life is just a dream. So everybody that you encounter in your life is really yourself pushed out. It's a different aspect of you, or you wouldn't have them in your life. So if anybody's driving you nuts, that's an aspect of your personality that you have yet to integrate. Same thing with dreams. So Lady Gaga is you, Dalai Lama is you. So maybe look at how you perceive these two energies. And I think with the go-kart, it's really about building something for yourself and your life with your interpretation of Lady Gaga and the Dalai Lama. So I think it's a very creative dream if I had to guess. Yeah, exactly. It does. It does. I totally agree. Good morning, Common gave you. Nice to see you. So positive affirmations, absolutely, you can do that. Just give yourself commands. I mean, the thing is that one thing that we're always listening, right? So you want to give yourself, the big command is, I will only respond to constructive suggestions, not only your own, right, but of other people. So give yourself commands. So wait, when you dream of bad guys, you're the bad guy. Yes, you are the bad guy. Yeah. Just like that Billie Eilish song, you're the bad guy. So everybody is you. And the same thing in terms of in real life, like everybody is yourself pushed out. So if you have an issue with somebody, it goes back to, again, how we all are one. And that's going to be really, really important this year with Jupiter and Pisces, because that is all about no boundaries. We're all one when Jupiter's in Pisces. So yeah, you are the bad guy in your dream. It's okay. It's okay. Yeah, it's true. But this aspect's going to be really cool. So you got the intellectual stuff for the Aquarius Moon today and tomorrow, but you also have Pisces Moon tomorrow night. So with the Aquarius Moon, you get the idea, and then with the Pisces Moon, you allow. Pisces is all about letting go. So a lot of times it's a matter of we especially during Capricorn season, we feel like we need to control things. But really, if you want things to work in your favor, you want to do yourself a favor and release control, relinquish control. So yeah, well, that's about it from me, folks. We're going to talk about Robin Roberts' chart tomorrow. That'll be fun. But thank you for joining me today, this morning. Oh, I like this, Sin. Sometimes when you are the bad guy, you are working out something negative. I like that. I totally agree. But please like this video, folks, whether you're watching now or later, and please subscribe to my channel. I'd appreciate it. And if you're looking to find out what's in your cards and what's in your astrology chart, just check out my website, psychicsun.com, and we will hook you up with a reading. Oh, you are so welcome. I'm so pleased and privileged and honored to help your day become more happy, make your day more happy. So I hope you guys an amazing day. Enjoy your Aquarius Moon. Definitely even jot stuff down, ideas that you get when you're not sleeping, because you may be inspired. So I'll see you guys tomorrow. Have a great day. Bye-bye.